Our place in life is discovery if we would work for it. Principle that follow can be simply summarized in just one sentence: journey of self-discovery. Whatever stage you are in the discovering process, this four process can take you from where you are right now to the next step. If there is one feeling every human has experienced at some point, to be feeling of self-discovery. Every individual at one point or the other either feels they are not in the right place, or both. And this feeling is what causes loneliness, feeling of lack of connection with one's environment. But over the years, individuals have been able to rise above this feeling of loneliness, and through the documentation of their journey to freedom, we have found that the principle they follow can be simply summarized in just one sentence, which is the journey of self-discovery. We all are created differently, and this truth alone suggests to us that we are to function in different capacities. Now, discovering yourself, therefore, is finding that space or capacity as which you were created to function best. The question is, how can we discover ourselves? How can we know where we are fit in perfectly? In this video, I'm going to highlight 4 keys that will help you in discovering yourself. That will help you in your journey to self-discovery. Number 1, exposure. And this is a jump-starting step in discovering yourself. As much as we are created differently, we have similarities in our functioning. The space in life is not an alien space, Someone somewhere has similar functioning as yours, although not exactly the same, but your functioning in life will overlap with someone's, or better, some people's. And the reason many people haven't discovered themselves is because they don't, first of all, know where the function exists. For instance, someone in a local community such as Nigeria may not be exposed to the reality of being a web designer or runway model. Even if this happens to be their space, but they are kept away from the reality. Exposure opens you up to choices. You are not locked up to what is alone. Seek to be exposed in careers, skills, industries, and from varieties. You will definitely find some things that catches your attention. Exposure basically lays the foundation of giving you the choices to choose from. It takes you to the gold mine where you can then dig for gold. Number 2, engage yourself. Engagement is also another tool to help you to discover yourself. Now, whatever environment you find yourself, always be a part of the work going on there. Join networks. Someone like me, I'm a JCI member, Yali Network, Monkey Global Leadership School. The lists are endless. Always be a contributor in whatsoever environment you find yourself. Don't be a collector, always contribute. Join networks, engage yourself, develop the attitude of being a contributor and not a collector. So many networks that you can join. Many musicians discover themselves while engaging in church. Some of them are politicians in schools, speakers and writers in school clubs. Some are founders of organizations in community services, and the list continues. There are 2 main reasons why engagement is important in your journey to self-discovery. Firstly, it helps you to discover hidden potential, some things you never knew you could do. Engaging in various activities of a community pushes you or digs into your hidden potential, since you have to do what the environment demands you, and not just you doing things that you would naturally do when you are alone. Secondly, engagement also helps you develop skill, and apart from discovery, it's also a platform of practice where you get better at what you do. Engagement merges discovery and development. It even gives you extra skills that are not necessarily in your niche, but can be infused into it to get better outcomes. Number 3, spending time alone. Isolation. You know what? I'm a huge fan of this number 3, isolation. Isolation has helped me in different areas of my life. So in your journey to self-discovery, isolation is very, very paramount. Spending time alone is something not celebrated and sometimes considered negative in our society today. Being alone is not loneliness, let's just call it aloneness. Spending time here allows you to see from all you have discovered from your exposures and engagements, what really suits you and where you really belong. And at this point, you are free from self-consciousness, what people think about you. You are all alone in your thoughts. You are isolated yourself and you are spending time alone, reminiscing on the things you have discovered from your exposures and engagement. Spending time alone is the hub of discovering yourself, where you make that decision from all you have seen and experienced, where you really want to stay and where you really want to fit and focus on. So the journey of self-discovery is not just a day's job, and it doesn't have to take forever either. And day after day, you keep sieving from general to specific, and at this stage, a journal will do you good, where you have to record every progress you make. Also keep adding to the list other things you discover along the way that suit you, and with continuous adding and subtracting, some things will just remain. Number 4, discipline. And discipline is placing restrictions on yourself from pleasures in the present in order to attain future, and it's come to play in discovering yourself. Sometimes you will need a push in order to be truly satisfied in your place. After you discover yourself, it might not look at it at first. Yes, it was the best option among all the things you have explored. In starting, you most likely lack necessary disposition needed. You will have to adjust, you have to leave where you have been used to and need to adjust and learn what is required for excellence in this new field. If your field is writing, for instance, your field works or even the thoughts of writing might overwhelm you. Once you have passed through this stage with discipline, then you can fly with ease. And one area in which you must show discipline is in continuous study for deeper discovery and greater development. At some point in your journey, you will be tempted to stop studying, researching once you have reached an appreciable level in your field. Do not fall for that temptation. Be disciplined enough to keep studying and making research, as practice makes perfection. You must take conscious effort and discipline to get to the point of excellence. At the very basis of effectiveness and satisfaction in life is the discovery of yourself. Our place in life is discovery if you would work for it, and at whatever stage you are in the discovering process. This 4 process can take you from where you are right now to the next step. Get exposed, engage yourself, spend time alone, and be disciplined. Till I see you next time, have a lovely day.